Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel, Maine's Mind. So, in this video, we are going to talk about the Amazon's new program called Kindle Vella. Now, Kindle Vella is for serialized fiction, and for those of you who don't know what that means, it means that you're going to get a section of a story, and then the rest of them will be released in episodes on a timetable. Now, from what I've been watching, some people are releasing 2 episodes a week. Some people are posting their whole story and letting you work through it. Some people are posting once a week, once every 2 weeks. It's really up to the author how they want to do it. And what it is you get the first 3 episodes free. So if you can read the first 3 episodes and you find it interesting, then you can invest in buying more episodes. Now, the episodes are not very expensive. I think it's, from what I understand, I believe it's 1 token for every 100 words. And the minimum length for an episode is 600 words. So the minimum amount of tokens you would have to pay is 6. Most of my episodes range anywhere from 1,000 to about 2,000 words, just depending on the episode and what's going on in that part of the story. Now, Amazon has come out with this new program just a couple of days ago, so it's still working out all its bugs and kinks, and people aren't really too familiar with what's going on. I haven't seen a lot of advertisements leading up to it, but now that it's out, I'm starting to see them like advertise a little bit more. What's pretty neat about it though is you can go through and read all of these different stories. I think once I sat down and started reading, I'm following like 10 different little stories. And it was kind of nice because it didn't take forever to read them. I sat down and I read a couple of episodes and I was like, okay, this is a really good story. Follow, because at the end of each episode, you get a little thumbs up to click and give them a thumbs up. Now, Amazon is giving you your first 200 tokens free. So for 200 tokens, you can probably read anywhere from 4 to 6 episodes ish, depending on how much they cost. And then after that, you can buy more tokens, and they have like a little, like little packet. I think 200 tokens is $1.99, and then it goes up from there. And once you've started spending your money on these tokens, you can actually crown a story that you like. So like your favorite for the day, and that one can get highlighted so that other people can see the story. So it's kind of like letting other people know, hey, this is a good story, read it, and it goes up there, and everybody's like, oh, that one got a crown, so it might be good. So far, I'm really enjoying reading the stories and following it because I do like to read too. But I also write, and I do have 2 stories on there. I've always wanted to write. I have always written since I was like this big. My mom has a whole little collection of stories that I wrote from beginning to end, complete with illustrations when I was little. Terrible illustrations, but illustrations. And those were just 2 things that I liked to do when I was growing up. I love to write and I love to draw, paint, color. And so here I am an adult, and I used to even sit there and I would do these character. What at the time I didn't know what they were. I just was making up characters in my head and giving them a personality. So I had this whole book of characters with weird names and personalities and what their favorite food and color was and what their job was and what they liked and you know their height, their weight, everything. And I in my mind I would create this whole little book, and I had this book with all these things in it. Um at the Now as an adult I realized I was creating characters and their character profile. But, as a child, I didn't realize this. I was just having fun. And then I also had, as I became an adult, I would write stories, but I would either not finish them or I would finish them and never do anything with them. I would just stick them in a box and stuff them on top of my closet. Um, because it's kind of hard to go and get your book published and edited and all this other stuff through the traditional means. And when I was younger, self publishing costs money. If you wanted to self publish your book, you had to pay a lot to get your book self published. Um, about 2018, I created one book where I kind of described my experience with my son's autism. And I called it Diagnosis Autism, Mourning and Acceptance. And I went through Amazon's self-publishing thing, and it was really easy to self-publish my book and, be able to order myself some copies and sell them at trade shows and stuff like that. And that was kind of nice. So then I seen Kindle Vella pop up, and I thought, that might be kind of fun, to be able to participate in. I can throw one of my stories up there. But instead, I started writing a different story. I thought I'll write one new story and then I'll write this story. But when I started writing them, I started noticing that my stories were overlapping. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to write this. So I was like, because, they're too similar. And my little brother in my ear, why don't you just combine them and make one story? And I was like, you know what? You're right. Well, I have a very creative mind. So he said that, and I started thinking right away, wow, gateway, dragons, werewolves, fairy, fantasy, alternate world. And so I came up with this whole story idea. And I've got several books planned out for it. I'm working on my original story and this story right now. So my first story, which technically would be book one, is I'm calling it the Gatekeepers, and it's called Dragon Guard. And this is about the dragons that guard the west and east gate, which separates the human realm from the magical realm. And the other book is called The Gatekeepers, Alpha Rising Moon, which is going to be about the werewolves that guard the north and south gate. Particularly the south gate is the one I'm talking about. And it's talking about their journey, right? But particularly, we're addressing the issues of twins because, in my mind, twins, power, yin yang, sun and moon, two sides of a coin. That's kind of what my mind's going to. But because at the same time, basically, what I've done is combined all these stories that I have tried to write over the years. I have it all mapped out and I already know where I'm going with it. So if you would like to check this story out, I will post the links to my Kindle Vella down below. Like I said, the first 3 chapters are free. I have several posted that will be coming out every Saturday. Let me know what you think in the comments. Even if you don't like my stories, there are thousands of stories on Kindle Vella. They are guaranteed to have something for you. Go check it out. Give the authors some love and enjoy some good series as they come out. And yeah, all right. So again, if you have any comments or questions, please comment below. If you have comments about the book, or suggestions as I'm writing this, please comment below. Let me know what you think. And then please don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell for more great content. All right, guys, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.